welcome to the show. Welcome aboard the THC SPLIFFY. It's that happy time again. I'm, as you can see, on the road. Come up here to visit once again with the dog. I'm, as you can see, with this goofy shit. So, let's get this party started. I know, I met a few folks online this week and let them know that that I'd be traveling. So here I am. Hey, Robert Burke. Welcome aboard. Glad you could join us. I don't think you've been around for a bit.
Colorado Springs weather report.
Yeah, I've been checking that out on a regular basis. So, good to have you aboard. But we're fast approaching that magical time of day.
2-minute warning, people.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. That's what we're talking about. I'm dressed up for the occasion.
2 minutes. Yeah, he's purpling it up again, as you can see.
Gotta get my purple on, baby. Ooh.
Been a little crazy with the kids and stuff. Oh, well, that's what kids are about, you know. It's a little crazy till you can kick them out of the house, you know. Took me 25 years, I think it was.
You lock them in the closet, bread and water till they're 18, blindfold them, drive them 5 towns over, and drop them off. You'll never have to worry about them again. It's
5 towns?
5 towns. Minimum. Minimum
well,
5.
See, I lived in Chicago. 5 towns wouldn't be far enough.
Well, I'm not talking suburbs.
Buds and Hazard. Hello to yourself. We're just prepping here. We're down to a minute. Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. Are you prepped? I'm going to go ahead and light the fuse here.
Oh, we're lighting fuses?
Well, I can light the fuse. It's as long as I don't hit it, right?
Well, you got
technically,
like 40
I'm not
seconds.
hitting it.
You got like 40 seconds.
Well, I know, but I mean, I just had to burn off the stuff that doesn't nobody smokes. You know.
Did you steal my lighter, Spliffy?
Oh, Buds is always ready. No, I saw it somewhere though, but I wasn't going to tell you.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a lighter.
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell you that I saw it, but I saw it.
We got Buds and Hazard, Robert Bird.
Yeah, welcome aboard the THC SPLIFFY. Hey, we're there.
Happy 420!
Happy 420, everybody. All over the world.
Now, I'm smoking on a classic cylinder-rolled, pre-filtered joint. Yet Hurricane Spliffy over here is smoking on a new age, cone-rolled spliff.
Well, there's nothing new age about the spliff.
Hey, okay. It's new to me.
The spliff goes way back. The spliff is the original.
The original?
Well, yeah, you go to Amsterdam, that's what they smoke is a spliff. They even roll their cigarettes this way. Hey, Seeker, welcome aboard. You're just in time.
I saw some guy named Enlighten.
Just in time for the 420.
I saw some guy named Enlighten on here, and on camera, right there with his hands, camera on his hands, he rolled a cone. And I must have watched that video 15 times, and I still can't roll a cone.
Well, now I watched a guy roll a cone in Amsterdam, and now they sell papers that are the size of fucking bed sheets for rolling these things. And in the coffee shops, they have the lefties sitting in little jars on the tables. They're free.
Normal bed sheet.
Oh no, they're bigger than that.
Yeah.
Much bigger than that.
Oh wow, wow.
Much bigger. And now he took the lefty and he rolled it into a cone-shaped thing just like this. Okay. Then he took the paper and he rolled it with the gummed edge on the outside around the cone. And he had a bunch of paper that was left over on the outside of it. And then he set fire to that excess paper till it burned down to the gum edge, and then he blew it out. And he had a cone.
Oh, wow.
And then he filled it.
What a waste
It was
of
so
paper.
fucking cool to watch him roll it, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? I mean, it was really neat.
Damn. Hey, what up there, Vinster, Vinici?
Hey, Vinici, welcome aboard. You're 2 minutes late.
2 minutes late. 4:22.
All's forgiven.
Let's do a roll call. We got Buds and Hazard, Fortune Seeker, H7 Apollo, Robert Burke, Vinici. I'm gonna.
What a crowd! What a crowd!
We're just gonna go with Vinny. It's Vinny
Yep.
in the house.
Yes, you're Vinny from now on. So much simpler.
Vinny from around the block, you know.
H7. I wanted to thank you for your enlightening video the other day. I enjoyed that.
Yes, we were talking about that earlier.
That was fun. I was enlightened.
Forging Seeker, all this love in the house. Yeah. It brings out the love, man. Bring out the love. Smoke more.
All you need is love.
All you need is love. Love. Oh, no. I don't know that song. Hey, pizza.
I subscribed to
Pizza.
Amazon Music and was listening to Beatles songs, and they give you all the karaoke lyrics. Well, I was surprised at some of the lyrics that there are in those songs that you don't hear. In the beginning of Come Together, where you hear the dum boom dum dum, boom boom dum dum in the music, they're singing Shoot Me.
What?
Yeah, they're singing Shoot Me, boom boom, shoot me, boom boom. I had no idea.
Well, with your permission.
No, that's okay. Trying to cut down. But as long as we're on the subject,
Oh.
I wanted to talk about Tatyana Jefferson of Fort Worth, Texas.
Tatyana Jefferson.
Tatyana Jefferson, formerly of Fort Worth, Texas.
Why is she important? Who is she?
Well, last Saturday morning about 2:30, her neighbor called the police. He was concerned that he saw the front door open on her house, and it wasn't a normal occurrence. She moved in with her mother a couple of months ago because her mother's health was failing. So
Well, thank you for coming by, guys. Appreciate y'all.
she was helping her out, and so the police were called, and but it wasn't a 911 call. It was just kind of a courtesy call, you know, just to check and make sure everything was okay. And I saw the body cam footage, and this cop he walked past the front door that was open, and you could see lights on in the house, and then he walked around the side of the house, and he shined a flashlight in the window, and he said, "Put your hands up, raise your hands." Bang! He fired that fast and killed this fucking woman. Not fucking woman. Killed this woman. Okay? Now, her mother was in the hospital, and she was babysitting her 8-year-old nephew, who was in the room with her at the time. He never identified himself as a cop. H7. Never even fucking identified himself as a cop. But I have to say that for once, they did the right thing. They fired the son of a bitch and arrested him for fucking murder. And now I worked with the State Liquor Control Commission here in Illinois for 29 years. And I had the opportunity to work with a lot of law enforcement agencies, both state and local, and other liquor control agencies from other states as well, which outside of Delaware were also law enforcement agencies. And I saw a marked change in hiring policy around the late 80s, early 90s, in just who was getting hired. And I found it disturbing because the whole nepotism thing seemed to be out the window. It had always been, you know, sons and daughters of former police officers that I'd meet that, you know, yeah, oh yeah, my dad was a cop, and, you know, and that sort of thing. And it changed. More and more I saw former military police who were police officers. And I have a problem with that. And the problem I have with that is that first they're taught to kill. Then they're taught to be police officers. And I think that's the wrong approach to law enforcement. Don't you?
Now, I gotta say something on that one. I wouldn't say. I don't know how I'd put it. You were talking about they were taught to kill.
Yeah, well, that's what you're trained to do in the military. You're trained to kill.
They were programmed to kill. Because it's not like a training when you're in the military. It's almost an indoctrination. They beat you down and then bring you back. You know, but they bring you back together as a group. So I don't know.
Yeah, and to do what?
Oh, mass murder in the most efficient way possible.
Okay. And so then to take you out of that environment and put you on the street and arm you and tell you go out there and work in civilian life, you know, maintain peace. How would you do that?
I agree.
Okay. What's this? Even the chemistry of our food has us chemically whacked in internal. Wait, I'm all misty. I'm sorry. This fucking pisses me off.
Using military tactics on our neighbors.
These could be these. Can you read that? I'm sorry.
Even the chemistry of our food has us chemically whacked internal. These things ought to be thought of when thinking around the myriad of issues resulting from the increasing rage levels. True.
Yes.
Shoot first, then ask questions, generally. One fix for the humans is to get off the junk garbage and garbage out. True.
Yeah.
Okay, think about it.
Basic. Yeah. Well,
The pharmaceuticals get you hooked on opiates and other chemicals, okay? They make you chemical dependent. Whether you're not on opiates or not, whether it's a heart disease or some kind of disease, they make you chemical dependent without telling you that all chemicals derive of a natural source in one form or another, okay?
well, it's all about big pharma.
And then,
Look what's
yeah, and then the
that. I mean, that's
food,
what
all
it
the,
drives the economy. Okay.
so they're, first off, big
We are what we
pharma's
eat.
poison you.
Yes, exactly.
And now the food people with all the preservatives and stuff, now your food is being poisoned. So you're being poisoned mentally, you're being poisoned physically, you're being poisoned internally.
You don't have any. You don't have any choice.
When's enough enough?
You know.
And that's true. I mean, what else are you going to do?
And it's when's it going to change? Never. I mean, it's that simple.
And we were talking about the mass shootings, right?
Oh, I haven't even gotten there yet.
Oh, wow. Where do you guys hear about this?
I got some statistics for you.
It was new to me. I had never heard about this.
That was going to be my next story. I wanted to talk to you about guns. I know. Um, I got some numbers here that'll just fucking blow you away. Now, since the Dayton and the El Paso shootings, they, wait, my nose is all itchy. Now, they consider 4 more people getting shot to be a mass shooting. And that seems reasonable to me. So, since April 4th, the Dayton and El Paso shootings, there have been 112 such shootings. Since August 4th, excuse me. There have been 112 mass shootings. So, turns out there's 393 million privately owned guns in the United States.
Hoorah!
Now, 78% of Americans don't own weapons. And 200 million of those nearly 400 million weapons are owned by only 3% of our fair citizens.
I'm that 3%. Are you?
I find that kind of strange that we have what is essentially a militia out there
All right, Vinny.
that consists of 3% of the United States. And there's 78% of us running around out there without a fucking gun. It's kind of scary if you're one of the 78%.
Now, I was shocked when I heard that number, guys, because when Spliffy told me about this earlier, he's like, "Well, how many do you think?" and stuff. And I'm like, "Well, at least 50% of Americans own a gun. Thinking at least 50%. 3% of Americans own a firearm. I'm proud to be in that 3%.
No. 78% of Americans don't own a firearm.
Or don't
but
own a firearm.
But 3% of Americans own half the fucking firearms in the country.
You need to start passing out some guns.
I'm a pacifist, but now I'm starting to value the defense a gun can provide. Yeah, no shit. I couldn't agree more.
Okay, what I don't understand is why is
I mean, I don't own a gun personally. Okay, I don't have a FOID card. I don't own a gun.
Really? Wow, I didn't know that.
No.
Why is 78% of Americans not prepared to defend their home, their family, or their life? Why are you not prepared to do this? Somebody comes in to take your daughter, wife, girlfriend, the food off your table, anything, you're just going to be like, okay, go ahead and take it. You want me to? Okay, we'll go. You can lock me up. I mean, I don't understand. And I'm not talking about the cops coming. I'm talking about anybody. Why are you not prepared to defend what is yours?
I'm a pacifist. I have respect for firearms, and therefore I don't own one. I know how to handle weapons. I was in the military, and I know what a great shot Mrs. SPLIFFY is.
I'm sorry. Somebody comes to rob my house, they can have anything they want, but with each item comes a bullet.
No, take what you want.
Every item in your hand, I'm shooting.
Take what you want. Nothing's worth my life.
Oh, it won't be my life I'm worried about. It won't be yours I'm worried about either.
No, take what you want. I don't give a fuck. Nope, don't believe in guns.
Really?
Yep. Don't believe in owning them.
And I'm not saying that's wrong or right. I mean, you don't have to have a gun. I just don't understand the concept of not being able to protect me and mine.
The rising squall of domestic terrorism.
So you talking about cops?
Has it been good
domestic terrorists
for the gun business? We got these cycles. Has it been for the good for the gun business? I mean, oh, Forging Seeker, I wanted to tell you something. Been talking about cops again. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Terrorist, I heard it.
You know when we were talking about the Masons. Everything you put up about the Masons wasn't there when I went back and watched and rewatched the show. You know, everything you put up was gone. I reread all the chat and everything, and it just fucking vanished. I don't know who edited it, but somebody edited it. You have a post on your Facebook a picture of a trooper with the caption, "This is what a domestic terrorist looks like."
It's true.
You deleted a string of comments where I see a bunch of that could be read differently. I think, oh, okay. So it was you.
Pizza's done.
I thought maybe YouTube had something to do with it. I see a friendly deleted with love. Okay. I thought maybe it was the Masons. Thought we were being edited. You know, Big Brother and all that. Ding. Oh, it turns itself off. It's a great toaster oven. I recommended it.
True
So
story.
Dog bought one.
Bought two.
You bought two. Oh, he bought two.
One for my mom.
One for his mother. Well, I don't have to keep repeating it. You're right here.
Hi. I'm not looking. I'm over here sewing, so.
He's sewing a glove.
Yeah.
He's sewing a glove. Here I go again. I guess it's because I'm the only one on screen and that I keep doing that. It's... There I go. I'm out again. You wanted to talk about something too.
Oh, I did? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. Let's get into this, guys. Here in some local news, Chicago school teachers are on strike again. Now, about 2 years ago, they went on strike. And it was for a few months, and they were getting about $60,000 and wanted 80 and some better benefits here and there. Now they're on strike again. They're getting 80,000. Now they want 100,000, smaller class sizes, so it means they would have to hire more teachers. Now, I could go both ways on this. Granted, I'm a firm believer that you should pay a teacher a better salary than you pay a football player, because he's going to be out of the game in 5 years, and this teacher's still going to be teaching the future of our country. So it just makes sense to me to pay them more. So I don't mind, they want more money or anything. I don't mind that they want smaller classes so they can present information better and the students can get more attention, one-on-one attention. I don't mind that. What I mind is the education system in general. Our education system here in the United States is an absolute failure. It's a complete joke. Okay, new kids going into school 3 times 2. Okay, or 2 times 3, doesn't matter how you say it. They make them write out 3 boxes, 2 rows, 3 more boxes. Okay, they just answer the question, it's wrong. Why are they teaching our kids and our children to be stupid? What's up, Joe Smith?
Joe Smith, welcome aboard.
Why are they teaching our children to be stupid? I don't understand this. We had better education in our grandparents' time than we have ever had in my time. And my nieces and nephews will never even learn to write cursive. They will only learn to write print. They will never be able to truly write a proper letter.
That's absurd.
Why are we dumbing our children down? Okay? I don't get. What about you? What do you think about this, Spliffy?
I think
honest.
it's ridiculous. I got a better education than any of you.
Oh, absolutely. The more generations you go back, the education for each generation was better than the one in the future. I don't understand that concept.
I don't either. I truly don't.
The teachers going on strike. I don't mind the teachers wanting more money. What I mind is our educational system and the direction it has been going for the past 20 years.
I'll tell you, I have a card game from the turn of the century. It's a kid's card game, okay? Like a history card game kind of a thing, where, you like hand out the cards and then you answer the questions. Like a trivia game, okay? This thing is so fucking hard, it's unbelievable.
Oh, jeez. And what's going on? Joe Smith was, what's up, y'all? They don't teach us about hemp. No, they do not teach us about hemp at all.
No, and the history of hemp is unbelievable.
The history of hemp in the United States is almost a foundation of how it was built.
The number 2 cash crop in the United States prior to the Civil War. Okay.
Should they call it marijuana? Now they call it marijuana. Oh, it's made a little different now. And demonetized. It's all fine on purpose. What's this incursive thing they speak about? What? Incursive thing. I don't know. Have you seen the photos of the winter stand against black snakes? Something in Standing Rock H7? That was wild. All that went down did not seem like the United States of America to me. I was there digitally. Okay. Fact of it all, the consequences in there, how it remains the same. I'm not even sure what we're talking about on
Understand
that
its
one.
powers that be. What's this incursive thing you're speaking about? Oh, cursive writing, not incursive.
Oh, okay.
Writing in cursive.
Oh, okay. Well, that just...
He's just joking. That's all.
I'm just pissed off about it. I don't mind the teachers
Seems
wanting
like
more
that.
money.
Whatever the how of the fact of it all. I lost my monitor.
Oh, because your stuff's not plugged in. I'll have to get it back for you in a minute.
Oh, okay. You'll have to read.
Yeah.
The how and the fact of it all.
I don't know. I don't even know where you were or what you were reading, but I'm going to finish what I was saying here. So yeah, I'm mad because the teachers, one, they're on strike for the wrong reason. They're on strike for greed. Granted, I agree they should get paid more, but they should be on strike for better conditions for the students, better education for the students, right along with better classroom conditions and more money for them. I feel they're on strike for the wrong reason, and that's my argument with that.
That makes sense to me.
Um,
Uh, you know, and
Go ahead, Spliffy. I'm going to get your stuff back in a second.
okay, that certainly makes sense to me. And all I have to say is, wow, it's time for Weed of the Week. And this week I'm toking on Lavender Jones. And Lavender Jones is a sativa hybrid with a 21.61% THC. And it's pretty fucking good. Yeah, I can plug that in. Let me just stand up here and do that. And you're probably wondering, Spliffy, how come it doesn't say anything on your shirt? Well, it does. But it's on the back today. I'm not going to bother to stand up and show you. I'm just going to tell you what it says. It's printed in yellow. What would you say? What would you call the font? It's like sign lettering, and it starts out very large, and in ever diminishing font size. It says, "Attention, please. My ass is about to make an important announcement," with an arrow pointing downward. So that's today's shirt. So.
Okay, what do we got? Let's see. They don't teach how to read a clock either, says Buds. Seeker
Oh no,
says,
it's digital. They don't teach you how to read an analog clock.
Seeker says a
So
fake.
it's, you know, like, and now I see commercials for wristwatches. So
Seeker says
why bother selling? You know, why getting a kid a wristwatch, right?
a fake Morton County
You won't know how to
sheriff.
read the fucking thing anyway.
A fake Morton County Sheriff's Facebook page was made. I crafted some meme and posted there. Some others did on the official page, but a bunch of us vented some steam all over the fake one. Some fake Facebook thing from the sheriff's office?
I don't know.
Let's see. Joe Smith says language strange land race. What do you think? Land race is a good strain. It's a heavy strain, robust.
I don't know.
Strains to bridge the races.
This seems pretty good. It was not on sale. Unfortunately, I'm pissed at my dispensary. They haven't had any flour on sale for weeks now.
Why is the word legalizing marijuana all at the same time? What? A documentary called something like that. Okay, so let me find you here.
Find me here. So I gotta light this thing up again. Here we go.
Or amidst a green revolution, okay.
And legalizing MJ in order to regulate to the point where most legal growers growing the powers shouldn't genetically modified pot. It was during the EPL protest at Standing Rock. Also, there's this song, Return of the Herbivores. I'm not familiar with the song. Payday Monsanto in its states gradually only corporations will be allowed to grow weed, and then if PPF it's Monsanto genetically modify it, how will you know? You won't, of course. You're super slow.
Yo, Joe Smith, I don't know what's going on with your typing, but is your kosher kush an indica? I don't know. Is kosher kush an indica?
I don't know.
I think kush is an indica, right?
Yeah, I don't
We
know
can look it up.
if kush in general is an indica.
Kosher kush.
Let me look up kosher kush on Leafly and we'll see. Boy, they still haven't posted next week's specials. I can't believe them, these bastards. Where's my menu? Oh, hey, just so you know, folks, tomorrow there's going to be protests all over the country.
Fake account.
Going to be protests all over the country.
Can't do that.
To impeach Trump. So, if you're inclined, get out there and do that. Where's my dispensary?
I told you I like landrace and stuff. It's a very robust strain. Got about mid-range flavor-wise, but the effects are nice. As far as classic strains, that's a generational thing. SPLIFFY has strains that I probably never tried. He considers classic strains, and I have some that, like, the next generation would be like, well, what's that? You know. Trump's a Zionist. Okay, Joe, define Zionist. You can't use big words and then not tell us what's going on. Oh, and while Hurricane Spliffy's looking that up, I got some news for you guys. Big tobacco attempting to pawn cannabis as with tobacco. Yeah, I think tobacco companies should start investing in it.
I'm surprised they weren't on top of that from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys. Ow. Okay. I'm probably not too much coming back to YouTube as far as that. Once in a while, if Hurricane Spliffy has
GMO is a no-go, you heard.
If Hurricane Spliffy has me back on his show. But as of this week, seeing the neurologist and stuff, I do have a degenerative bone disease starting between my shoulder blades going into the base of my neck. Now, they do have me in therapy, which isn't working, so they're talking about putting a cage in there and then a plate, and the only problem with that is it is a degenerative disease and will continue. So once the bone above that or the bone below it starts degenerating, after that they'll have to put rods in. So I probably won't be doing a whole lot too much more. Some of you have asked and sent emails about my status of the neurosurgeon and what I found out. Well, that's what I found out. That's why I can't stand straight anymore, and that's why it hurts to walk, is because of what's going on. So, no questions about that. You guys now are up to date as much as I am. I'm going through therapy, waiting for the doctor to make a decision on surgery. Other than that, I don't know nothing. Oh, what do we got here going on here? GMO is a no-go, you heard. GMOs are bad in the first place, you know. Any type of genetic modification is generally bad. Now, throughout time and history, we wouldn't have some things without genetic modification. As far as bananas. Originally, bananas were about this big and giant black seeds in them. They weren't the type of thing that we have now. Bananas from back in like the 1920s aren't the same bananas we have now. The same thing with like stuff like cauliflower and other vegetables. Some genetic modification that has lasted through time are good. It's produced bigger, stronger, more robust vegetables. The type of bad genetic modification is where you're just trying to make stuff irresistible to all bugs and everything else, so nothing can kill it. The only problem with that is those type of seeds and plants kill other natural plants, so other farmers that aren't using those same GMO seeds are getting those seeds blown over into their fields, and their fields are actually being corrupted and dying because it doesn't mix. Now, you have some chemicals, plants that Monsanto has made, specifically engineered that to be fertilized with certain stuff. Otherwise, it won't be pest resistant. And these fertilizers and stuff will kill other crops. So now, if you have a crop in an area ran by Monsanto or a GMO factory, okay, surrounded by other farmers, now all those pesticides and all those seeds that actually destroy other crops by taking over and rerooting them will spread throughout the entire community. Now, the way Monsanto has answered this is if their seeds have been found on somebody else's farmland, they will sue that person. Okay? Because Monsanto says they stole our seeds. Well, if you hadn't planted your seeds near my property, it wouldn't have happened, asshole. You see what I'm saying? You know, you can't account for Mother Nature, but Monsanto says you should. But if your seeds are found on Monsanto land, oh, it was just a happenstance, don't worry about it. And wait a minute. Yeah, so the world of GMO works across the entire spectrum, all the way from the beginning of seed production to the type of fertilizer and pesticides used to how it's produced and picked and put into the grocery stores, how long it'll last on the shelf. Yeah, this whole GMO thing has gone insane. It's almost like every food has been modified. You can't order seeds anymore, natural organic seeds. There are very few places to order natural organic seeds from that are not genetically modified or GMO specified modifications, which just means that, you know, it's resistant to the, we made it resistant to certain bugs. Well, that's nice that you did that, but now the only thing we can use is your pesticide on it because anything else will kill it. You know, they made it resistant to bugs, but now natural pesticides will kill it. So you can't use them. Now you have to buy their pesticides too. So it's just another game. Giant corporations, big pharma, fucking big oil, big gas. It's, I don't know. What are you looking up over there, Spliffy?
Kosher Kush.
Kosher Kush is an indica, I thought.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, somebody look up Kosher Kush.
I got it right here.
What's it say?
Says it's relaxed, happy, sleepy.
Indica.
It's a Kosher Kush.
Cannabis hybrid, hypersensitive syndrome, caused by pesticide modifications of the
Indica.
lacking of cannabinoids, C copy.
Indica.
Okay, Kosher Kush is an indica.
Yeah.
Depends on what you define as a GMO, and I covered a lot of that, Joe. There's a broad spectrum definition of GMO depending on what you're actually modifying it for. You know, like if you modify it for growth, you know, that's one thing, but if you modify it for pest control, that's labeled as something else. Well, screw you, hippie. You're still modifying you're genetically modifying that food product, okay? Doesn't matter why you're doing it or what it's for, you're still flipping doing it, okay? All these, you know, well, this fits that category, this fits that category. It's just a fancy words for saying we're going to poison you eventually.
Well, I didn't get to my wow story yet.
Oh, well, let's click back over and see what's going on in the world. What is the wow for today, Hurricane
Well,
Spliffy?
you know, it's usually about the guy in the Oval Office, but today it's not. Today it's about Hillary Clinton. And I think she's a fucking whack job. She's attacking Tulsi Gabbard, one of the Democratic presidential candidates and U.S. Senator, U.S. Congresswoman from Hawaii.
I don't know how to fix that volume, guys.
And the probably the most attractive candidate, if you ask me. But anyway, she's saying Tulsi's being groomed by the Russians to be an independent candidate for president, and that she's actually, how'd she put it, what was the term she used? Let me think about that for a second.
Pizza, Spliffy?
Oh, no, thanks. How'd she call her? Anyway, she thinks that she's being used by the Russians. I find that hard to believe. This woman's a war veteran. She's currently a major in the National Guard. A longtime senator in longtime server in the U.S. House of Representatives. I don't know. I think Hillary Clinton's gone off the deep end. I think this is some kind of a revenge thing. See, the DNC saw Tulsi Gabbard as something of something as their future back in 2016. But she saw things going on in the DNC that she didn't particularly like, so she threw her support behind behind independent Bernie Sanders. And Hillary, I don't think Hillary liked that. So I think this is some kind of a revenge thing on Hillary's part. I think that's what's going on here. So now she's trying to kick dirt on Tulsi Gabbard's presidential campaign, because she's made no mention of running as an independent at this point. She's still in the race as a Democratic candidate.
Huh.
She just participated in the debate this week, so I don't know where the fuck this is coming from. So she went on some blog and said that she that she was being used by the Russians. To run as an independent, and that oh damn, I wish I could think of the word she used, but I think it's all a bunch of bullshit. And I think it's just sour grapes on Hillary's part, because she's not sitting in the fucking White House. She lost to this asshole. And if you don't know who Tulsi Gabbard is, check her out, because she's cute. At least I think. Especially for a major in the National Guard. People arriving home. That's what I thought. So that's all I got in the way of news.
Yeah, we got wild hooligans showing up here. Wild hooligans coming back to the property. Goddamn wanderers. Runabouts right there. I heard them. They're calling me.
Yeah?
I don't know nothing. I paid at the office.
How you doing?
Not right now. We're live.
We're almost alive.
Working on it. Just a little bit at a time.
What do they have?
I don't know. Something about a new coffee table.
Oh, a new coffee table. Oh. Furniture. Something they can put in the house and then go away and not use.
Yes.
Oh, okay. They travel a lot.
Oh, you gotta speak up.
They travel a lot. So they just bought a new coffee table that they can put in the house and go away and not use.
That's right.
So. I didn't want to say it too loud in case they were right outside.
Yeah.
But he told me I have to speak up, so I guess I'll have to say it loud enough for you to hear.
Okay, I'm almost done with the glove. Almost.
What is it? Where are we here, chat-wise?
Oh, I don't know. I'm lost in the chat.
Okay, then I'll just read the bottom line.
We done smoked.
The more they poke at the people's forward movements, the more rapid the front lines grow. Yes. Our payments for birth to this world were paid by all of the 7 generations which came before. Yes. I paid my price. Now it's time to pay me back, damn it.
I got 2 bits on me. You can have half of one.
Oh. Okay, give me a bit. And where did a bit, how come I can't get a bit? Give me a bit, How do you give me 12.5 cents,
That's true. Well, they used to have half pennies. They used to have half cents.
But that's, but 2 bits is 25 cents.
Yeah, 2 bits is a quarter.
So how can you give me a half a cent? I mean, how can you give me 12.5 cents,
2 dimes, 2 pennies, and a half cent piece.
Yeah, well,
they
that's
don't have
a lot of trouble.
More. They don't have those
The
anymore.
consequences of our lives will be paid by all of the 7 generations to come. Yo. You're back. Welcome back, Joe. Yes, you're right, Seeker. But I can't wait that long. Oh. I guess Joe's not back.
It's not. Bye, Joe. I don't know what happened there, but bye.
No, but I'm sitting by hazard.
Could have said something wrong or been a fake account or something.
Yeah.
So I gotta rethink my perspective in life, people. I was talking with Hurricane Spliffy about this earlier.
Yeah, his life plan has to change now.
Yeah, because I had
because of his physical condition.
I had a 10-year plan. You know, I was supposed to get out of here next year and go buy some land and start putting up container homes and stuff.
I was just looking at the time.
Yeah. I can't do that anymore. You know, especially after this next surgery. So I got to rethink life and come up with a new plan to make money. Now I decided I'm going to start prostituting YouTubers. So all of you on YouTube, you need to come visit me so I can put you on the corner. I got a corner, not just a half a block up, there's a corner. I can even sit here and watch you, make sure you don't get lonely, okay? But you're going to make me some money. Come visit. I'll put you to work. It's a solid plan, right?
Yeah. I just thought everybody send $1. $1 and a sandwich.
Ooh, sandwich. I'll take a sandwich.
Well, send $1 with the sandwich now. See, that'll help a lot. Well, it'll help $1's worth anyway.
Oh, we had a non-existent
God laughs at your plans.
God laughs at my plan.
No, he doesn't, because there isn't one. We've talked about this before.
And think about it. Think about it. If there was a God that was all-knowing, that knew what we're going to say or do, and put the ideas in our heads, so every idea we've ever had, God gave us, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. If we did good or evil or whatnot, it's all God's fault, no matter what in life.
God's fault.
That's a pretty good scapegoat right there, God damn it. God made me do it.
No, that's what they call free will, see. See, that's it. But see, now, if God is good, then why does shitty things happen to good people, okay?
God's fault.
And if God is vengeful, well, then that's so fucking contradictory to the fucking God is good thing. So, obviously, there isn't one, okay? It makes so much more sense for the world to just be a shitty place to live, okay? And you just have to make the most of it. That makes the most sense.
I think I'm going to start believing in those crazy people. I mean, those one people that believe that some king somewhere killed a whole bunch of aliens, brought them to Earth, and chucked them in a volcano. Who are those people?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, threw them in a volcano. Yeah, come on. God, they're all over. L. Ron Hubbard, dude.
Oh, you mean Scientologists?
Yes, Scientologists.
Oh, wow.
Scientologists believe that aliens were frozen in hibernation chambers, chucked into a volcano, and the spirits of these aliens roam the earth.
L. Ron Hubbard believed that.
Okay, L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, he believed that, and then he got a bunch of people to follow him. They're fucking nuts.
Hey, if I'm going to believe in something mythical, why not make it New Age? Because aliens are cool, man. Imagine that technology. We don't have that. I want to go check that out.
The fucking guy lived on a boat so he could escape all laws, okay? That was his belief. I'm going to live on a boat so I can escape all laws.
By myself in the middle of the water with nothing.
With nothing shit. He had a big boat.
Oh, he had a big boat.
Yeah, he had a big boat.
Let's see. A fixed entity would hypothetically laugh. Imagine the legacy of planted walnut tree, a food of abundance to feed a few generations, a tree which won't begin fruiting rich in the lifetime of its gardener unless planted in early youth. Yeah, walnut tree is what, like 30 years or something before you get like full actual.
Yeah, the only trouble is you get turns your fingers purple when you peel off the outer shell. You know, you get makes your fingers purple and stuff. At least the black walnuts do.
That's true, Seeker.
Yeah.
That last line you put. And walnuts are good. I mean, you hush the shells, let them rot out, make yourself some black dye. Take that dye.
A food to feed those who come.
Take that dye
There's
and
such
dry
a
it out, make
thing
it into a powder that
as
could
free
be
lunch
all
when it's
kinds of
been
uses.
paid forward. Absolutely. You're right.
You get the oils from the walnut. The actual shells themselves can be crushed
Any of
and
that fruit
used
trees,
for flour.
you know, apples, cherries.
Interesting, matey. Arg. From Vinny. Vinny went pirate on us. Arg.
Well, we are on board. We are on board the
That's
SPLIFFY
true.
after all.
That's true. Did you see the one of Trump's Russian connection runs a business called Fraud Guarantee?
Yes, I did see that. Yes, I did see that.
I have
Fraud guarantee. Yeah, we guaranteed this fraudulent business. Yes.
I have no idea what
Yes.
that's about. I have not
Yes,
heard about that.
I saw that. Yeah.
Is that a meme or something?
No, that's a for real. Yeah, that's the name of the company, Fraud Guarantee.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, walnuts have a lot of use, man. You can
Yeah,
roast and grind the nuts for the flour. The shells, if you take that
Hey,
inner lining off,
raisins!
you can grind that for
Welcome
flour.
aboard.
You use the oils for anything. Use the oils for lubricant.
Welcome aboard.
Use
Great
the
to
oils
see
for
ya.
cooking. Use the oils for all kinds of stuff.
Welcome, 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 welcome.
All nuts are good for that.
Well, you're just in time. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, like 30 seconds. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, okay.
Time to light the fuse on this bomber.
I got you. We're ready. We're ready. I'm hanging with Spliffy today. We're ready. Oh god, I can't move. Moving hurts, but I'm hanging with Spliffy. Oh my god. Y'all just don't know. Reasons deranged in the house. Hey, hey, it's the Pirate's Life for me.
I diddly dee.
Pirate's
Life for me. Yeah.
Coming and have lived a choice.
Come on. Come on, 420. Where the fuck are you?
Some black walnuts, bare hands. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't do it with your bare hands. Fingers turn purple.
Let's see. 143.
Happy 420, everybody.
Hey, fired up, boys. The shells are used in blasting like sandblasting. Yes, they are too. Yeah, if you got something small, thin, and precious, walnut shells for sandblasting is much less abrasive than sand itself.
Oh, absolutely.
And it doesn't heat up the metal as much because it's less abrasive.
So is baking soda too.
Yeah, that's true. Baking soda is granules. Salt is a good.
That's what they use in this city to remove graffiti.
Yeah.
It's baking soda.
A7 says it's 420 somewhere.
It sure is. Well, they made that country and western song. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. They should do it. It's 420 somewhere.
That's right.
Song.
And a 710. It's 710 somewhere. Damn it.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Jace Jackson, sup, Lost Dog. 710 is oil. Oil backwards, like waxes in your oils and your concentrates. OIL. Turn upside down. 710, 710. I can't look that way too much. Huh?
So it's not really 710 somewhere.
Stepping on cracked walnut shells as a kid. Tree in the back. Okay. We got one down the road here from us. But no, in the backyard, we got blueberries in our backyard.
When I was a kid, used to go down to McLean, Illinois. I had a great aunt and uncle that had a place down there.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't that great, but they were, I mean, relative-wise, they were my great aunt and uncle. They were old, and they had they bought a one-room schoolhouse on a half acre, and it was surrounded by black walnut trees, and they got some kind of worms. I don't know what the hell. They were infested with some kind of worms, and he was pouring kerosene on these nests and burning them out.
Oh wow!
In the crotches of the tree, you know. One summer, try to get rid of these things. He killed them off. But it was a one-room schoolhouse. They bought a one-room schoolhouse and divided it up into 3 rooms. And it had an outhouse and a pump outside when they first bought it. Ultimately, they put in an electric pump and brought the water inside. But there was never an indoor toilet. It was always an outhouse all the years they lived there. I used to spend my summers down there as a little boy when my parents were at war.
Now, acorns, again, are good for making flour. The only problem with acorns is once you crack them open, you gotta get all, like, it's like a peanut, okay? It's got that red leafy shell over it. The only problem, it's like 5 times as bitter as a peanut, man. Acorns,
Whoa,
again.
bitter.
Yeah, acorns, again, are very good for making flour. That's what they used to make flour with in the old days, you know?
Yeah, you want to come out and want to come over and sweep out my driveway?
Yeah, he's got one next to the house.
I have 7 oak trees, so I have acorns galore.
See, you should never have to buy flour again, Spliffy.
Mm-hmm. Except I ain't doing that shit.
Thank you, Jace. My winter beard. I stopped shaving last month. Mustache pissed me off, so it had to go.
It's time to start again.
No, spring comes, I'll shave again. Or not, doesn't matter. Who am I here to impress? Myself?
Jazz Jackson, welcome aboard. Yeah, I got more acorns than you could count without your fingers getting sore.
Hey, repeat the wow. We need a repeat of the wow. What's the
Oh, the wow?
Yeah, the wow.
It's
Weed of the week. Weed of the week. Wow.
It's Lavender Jones.
Oh, that's a good one.
21.61% THC. And it's a sativa hybrid.
And it's smooth.
It is. Very smooth.
Almost to the tip of being flowery, but then backs down. Lavender Jones is a good strain.
Very good.
I wouldn't say one of my favorites, but when I see it, it's something to think about.
I like it. I'm glad I bought it. Although I wish it would have been on sale. Like I say, my dispensary hasn't had any flower on sale for a couple of weeks now. And I bitched about it too. And I've been checking all day, and generally by now, they've posted next week's specials, and they haven't so far.
And that's not the dispensary's fault.
WTF.
That's the growers' fault. You know, the growers are kind of fucking everybody right now.
Well, they're holding back. I understand. Greenleaf, for one, is holding back, I heard. So, I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, look at Seeker. Seeker's got one of the webworms he's talking about.
What's that?
So
my eyes are fogging here.
We get a web-making worm in the trees each year. Their calories move around. The colonies move around different tree through the year.
A webworm make... Oh, okay.
Yeah. Looks like a biker suits you. I used to be a biker, Jace. I rode for a long time. Oh, is a dog pound turner an Amish? No.
Where they were like black, ugly looking worms. Maybe with like a little red on their head. Does that sound familiar, Seeker?
No, Jim, I'm not turning Amish. I just saved the mustache because I was drinking my morning coffee. When I went to wipe my face, I had a handful of coffee because it was all on my mustache. I'm like, fuck you, gone. Amishly awesome. Woo!
Where's my lighter?
Oh, I think it might be in my hand.
Oh.
I have his lighter. I have his lighter.
I have his lighter.
Hey, give me my lighter back. What the hell, man? What are you doing down there? Give me my lighter back.
No.
Damn, it never works. Oh, here you go. And my phone just went off. I don't know, but my phone is way over there on the other side of the room.
It's been buzzing all day.
I know. People keep calling me. I wish they'd stop. I haven't checked my phone in like 3 hours.
Your phone's more buzzed than you are.
I probably got like distracted.
You don't like Jack Harrer.
What? Oh, he's not a sativa guy. Jack Harrer is a hard sativa.
Oh, really? Oh, see, I like Jack Harrer a lot.
Yeah, it's actually open for another half hour, Jim. That's our dispensary questionnaire, Jim. He dispenses the questionnaire about the dispensary.
Oh, I like Jack Harrer a lot.
Well, I ignore my phone.
In any form.
Yeah. I ignore my phone a lot because most of it's like distributors or people calling me the problem. Nobody ever calls me with solutions. Nobody ever calls say, yeah, this blew up in our face, but I did this and it's fixed.
First
Don't
of
worry
all,
about it.
nobody ever calls me.
Fuck. I call
They
you.
text me.
Well, no, I text them.
Okay. If it's a phone call, you know it's some kind of fucking robo thing. You know?
Robo. I don't know. I have sat at Spliffy's house time and time again, and his house phone will ring. I mean, his house phone will ring for like 2 3 hours, 4 or 5 times in 2 or 3 hours, right? He will look over at that son bitch and be like, hello?
Yeah, I yell at it.
It'll ring again, he'll be like, oh, they don't want to talk to me.
I'll yell at it, hello?
He will not answer that fucking phone.
Never answer the landline. It's not like a landline. It's one of those computer landlines that you pay like $8 for once, that and then plug in things and you pay $8 for it once and and then you got a landline.
You prank Spliffy daily? Well, the prank doesn't go through. He never answers. He looks and says hello to thin air. Trust me on this.
Sounds similar, Spliffy. You only got close look when branches of them have fallen. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, they're gross. Believe me.
That'd be cool if the phone could recognize your hello and then answer the call on speakerphone. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And it's bad because once in a while I'll do it. I'll be sitting at Spliffy's house, the phone, I'll be like, hello. And we'll be watching a movie or something, and like, he'll ignore the phone, I'll be like, hello. For no reason. He does it that often, I swear to God.
Yeah, he started doing it now. So.
Oh, it's not like, oh, he did this one day. I'm like, he does this 4 times a day, easy. That phone rings. Oh, shit, Jim Torres, you're lucky we don't fine you $50 for that comment. My fucking God, what is wrong with you, Jim Torres? You bring up that sick, insane 4-letter word in this chat? Oh my God, you should be shot. Out of here. Gone.
Snow is just a 4-letter word.
That is cold and nasty. Gone. That comment is out of here.
Well,
come in here telling those lies.
National Weather Service says it's going to be a warm winter.
I hope so. I hate winter. I just got rid of his comment too. I was like, fuck that. Oh.
Well, warm doesn't mean it's not going to be heavy snow. Okay?
Oh. That's true. That's true. You love snow? That's because you're insane. We already know this.
I hate
You are
that
woman,
shit.
you are insane.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, snow's no good.
I spent 2 years in Alaska. I had enough snow to last me the rest of my fucking life.
Oh shit, wow.
Okay, I don't want no more. I don't want no more. I don't want no more.
There's a reason they pay people to live in Alaska. It sucks in Alaska and it's
Yes.
fucking cold.
Really, seriously. And it's not nearly as sucky and cold as it was when I was up there.
Speakerphones piercing our skulls and scrabbling our gray matter, working with its errant vibrations and wavelengths. It's all bad for us. Mild winter this year from buds.
That's what I hear. So I hear it's going to be warm.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's climate change.
Oh, I got a leak in my roof, man. You see that up there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my antenna, man.
Did you know that?
No.
You just noticed?
No, that just started here about a week ago. 2
Oh.
weeks ago. We had them bad
Oh, that's a
rainstorms.
pretty quick leak then.
We had those bad
It's pretty
rainstorms
nasty if it looks
here.
like that and it's only been a week.
Well, no, I got that paper towel wrapped around it because it just like
Oh.
it'll drip, and then a few minutes later you might get another drip, maybe.
Oh, okay.
You know? I was just sleeping on the couch and my belly got wet, and I was like, no, fuck that.
Yeah. A lot of luck finding where it is.
Yeah, I figure.
It may not be directly above you.
Well, I figure I'm just gonna have to have someone go up there and just slap tar all over, because there's brand new lids on all this stuff, on all the air conditioners, everything, brand new everything up there.
I see.
Even my vents and.
Where did you had the work done somewhere?
Oh, even the vents and stuff up there. Yeah, I had it done over at shoot.
I'd take it back there.
Well, they didn't do any work on that.
Well, they obviously created a leak someplace.
I gotta prove it though.
Uh-huh. Well, you got to say, hey, look, you know, you guys did all this work and now I got a roof leak.
That's true. We went to Hurricane Halloween show. You want a Hurricane SPLIFFY Halloween show on the 30th? I'm supposed to be handing out candy for the new...
On the 31st is 31st. Halloween. Actually, I'm going to the bar for a Halloween party. And I don't think they'd appreciate a remote.
I don't know why not. They might enjoy the hell out of it.
No.
Showing off for the camera.
No, there's been a discussion about remotes.
Yeah.
And there are some people that would prefer not to be on camera.
That's because there's some pussy-ass scared people.
Well, no, there's probably just some people that might have a warrant out for them or something like that, you know?
Well, they fall under the scared category.
In that neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Okay, 8-7 said a magic word over there.
Oh?
Or he asked a question, I'm sorry.
What was that?
Do you have dabs? I'm like, well, fuck, yeah, we have dabs.
How much do you pay for dabs?
Too much. Like $50 a gram, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, around there. 50 to 45 to 60.
Oh my god.
A gram. For whether it be butter, sugar, somewhere in that range.
That's some butter right there. We can do with some butter. Butter. No, that's bubbles. Bubbles.
You're gonna do that right there in front of me, huh?
Beautiful, beautiful bubbles. Well, you want one?
I can't do that.
I know.
You got a lot of noise.
I do. It's H7's fault. Blame it, H7. Apologize to Spliffy. How long does a gram last? I don't know. That's a personal thing, really.
Depends, you know,
You know, if you,
I don't know how far I plan on going that day.
now, if you got iron lungs and you're taking huge dabs, or
if you're gobbing,
if you're doing a nectar collector, it's different compared to if you're doing a bong
or a yokan.
Yeah, it's really personally on how much you do and how you do it. Bud says we're in the same neighborhood. Yep. What percent THC is this? Says Jim.
Depends
I
on
don't know.
what I don't know. What do you got there?
I don't know.
You don't know what you got?
No.
Oh.
I knew it one time.
Like when you bought it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I knew then. I don't know.
Not very economical, like a treat then? Well, it depends. It can be extremely economical if you do it right.
Yeah, if you're just nectar collecting it, man.
My
that
bestie
gram can
has
last you a while.
what you call an e-nail, which is a bong, basically, with an electrical hookup. And you put these tiny little dabs in this thing, okay, and you take hits off this bong, and she can make a gram go extremely far. And the beauty of this thing is that you get all the terpenes and everything out of the concentrate. That's the beauty of doing concentrates, is that you get all the flavor and everything out of it. Okay, it really, you really get the taste from it more than anything else. You get to really taste what the plant tastes like. It's not like it just doesn't burn away. You get to taste the concentration of the flavor of the plant itself.
Oh, coughing hurts, guys.
And you can do such a tiny little bit of it. I mean, she puts in like the size the head of a of a a pin, you know, into hers. She'll get like 2 hits out of that, and concentrates can be up to 80% or more. So
that's true. That's true.
So I mean, she gets some really really good hits, and she really likes the sativas. And what she does is she'll take a couple of hits and clean the fucking house. She's crazy that way. Okay, but that's my bestie. I mean, she's just crazy that way. But
oh man, I feel that like right in
that's
here.
what I like about
going
her.
Up into my neck.
Yeah. But this e-nail setup is just it's just it's the perfect setup for doing concentrates. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do big hits though. Like Buzz is talking, yeah, throw a big old glob in the banger and stuff. I can't do that, man. You
See, that's the way I do it, though.
Yeah,
he
does that.
Like I say, I gob. I put like a quarter to a half a gram in my ashtray and melt it down with the torch, and then I can go in there with the nectar collector and just hit it anywhere in the dish and take great big fucking hits out of the thing. But that's when I want to just kick back in the chair and I know I'm not fucking going anywhere. You know, I'm plastered to the seat for the evening. You know, I'm just gonna watch a movie or, you know, I'm gonna be paralyzed for the night. I know it at that point in time. You know, I don't plan on going anywhere. Okay, so. But that's generally when I do those kind of concentrates anyway. So. Yeah, Buds and I are on the same page.
Oh, wow. That's the first dab I've done in days.
Chuck a glob in the banger.
Oh. Man. Although in other news, I have been working on a chair cover for a family member, and I'd have to say, I don't know if Spliffy may or may not agree with me, but I think it's coming along just wonderful.
What you might call an Afghan.
Yeah. And I'm using, what is it, 3, 4, 5 different colors. And I think it's just coming along great. I should be done with it sometime around this month next year. I got at least 2 rows done.
Good for next Christmas.
Good for next Christmas. There you go. Oh, 2 grams of concentrate lasts Jim all month. I don't know. What about you, Buds and Hazard? If you were just smoking concentrate, like wax or something, Buds.
Just?
Yeah, just wax for the month. How many grams do you think you would have to have for that month? Because Buds and Hazard, I asked him because he was doing wax for a while. Do some gobs and then go do a brake job on the wife's car.
Obviously sativas.
Yeah. I don't know how it would.
Or you'd be sleeping under the wife's car.
No, I actually smoke myself probably a half gram an hour throughout the day, all day, every day of flower. I'm constantly smoking. Like, I'll get up and I'll put the pizza in the oven and I'll pull the oven out and get everything ready. I'll sit down.
You get up and put a pizza in the oven?
Yeah. Like I got the oven out.
That's like breakfast is a pizza?
No. Just anytime. Like you get up off your ass and you go do it. Not you get up in the morning.
That's what I thought you said. I get up and put a pizza in the oven. Like this is the start of my day. I get up and put a pizza in the oven.
2 splits down, we've taken a left turn, folks.
Is this not what it sounded like to everyone else? Am I wrong? Come on, folks. Back me up here.
Oh, shit. Who was doing the dabs
Oh,
in
you're
this
right.
scenario?
Nothing wrong with that, but, I mean, is that not what it sounded like?
Oh, man. Gotta stay high, says C7.
Like this was a routine, though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it maybe once in a while, but sometimes you got to eat something other than a pizza. It shouldn't be the routine. Okay?
Not when you're poor. Pizza's cheap.
Well, yeah, pizza. Yeah, but eggs aren't that much more expensive,
yeah,
honestly.
But then you got to use your fridge, and if you plug the fridge in, that costs electricity.
You buy farm fresh eggs.
Dip in
and
the
you
mineral
don't
oil.
You buy farm fresh eggs, and if you don't wash them, you don't have to refrigerate them.
That's true. That's true. And when you buy eggs from the store, and you want to preserve them, or farm fresh, either way, and you actually wash them.
So reasons you're getting high
oil.
before breakfast, I take it.
The pizza, then chocolate. Yeah. Yeah, dip your eggs in mineral oil and actually put that natural coating back on the eggs, and they'll last longer. That's why he says don't wash farm fresh eggs, because they actually have a natural coating on the eggs, and it will help preserve that shell.
I see. Or is it the other way around? Do you have to? Is it like? Do you have to keep enough system in your THC? Is there enough system in your THC or enough THC in your system?
Back in my drinking days, we used to say you got too much blood in your alcohol system.
Uh-huh.
Too much blood in your THC system, man.
Pride ain't his juice.
Okay, we didn't need that image in our heads, you jack off. What the fuck? Okay, if anybody out there is sitting next to H7 right now, give him the old Gibbs smack in the back of the head for me.
I
Would ya?
agree with your reasons totally.
Fucking H7. The ass juice is all over them eggs. Jesus. Oh, some people.
You know, there's a limit here, you know.
Yeah,
You know,
comments that leave imagery aren't needed.
Somebody draw the line here, would you?
Literally,
just draw a line.
Can we draw a line? I think
somebody draw a line.
Hold on, I think I can do it. I think I can hit a button. Hold on.
Yeah. Can you do that?
Oh, maybe not. I was hungry, damn it. There we go. We got a line.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's just
that line means we do not fuck with others' appetites.
Yeah. We got 2 lines there. There we go. We're not crossing those lines anymore. Okay.
Oh, no more appetite suppression.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not into that. You know.
Oh my god. Oh shit. You know, I thought the other day. Oh, we got. What are we still working here?
Well, I was looking for my lighter. It was in my other hand.
Oh, wow, you know. When you got more than one of them, you get confused. And I used to have
it's that two-handed thing. I know. I know. It's...
When you're born with 2 hands, you got to stick with one or the other because them can't multitask like that shit.
Yeah, it's that multitasking thing.
Oh, shit.
Christ.
Dog smoke.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say Christ. I don't believe in him.
Oh my gosh. I believe that one day somebody else in the world that is more important than I will have a dream again.
Bud's what you got.
And that person too will be assassinated by the CIA.
Bud's what you got going on there.
I don't know. My cat stinks. Cat farts. Got cat farts going on.
I think so.
Oh, who is this? Who is that, Spliffy?
Huh?
Who is that? Isn't that a musician?
Huh?
Isn't that a musician?
Well, that's Bob Marley.
Is it Bob Marley?
Yeah.
Well, I don't recognize Bob Marley.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, why would I?
Why would you? Well, he's only like the most famous reggae musician of all time.
Okay, well, I got a packed Bob Marley pipe here, guys. Here you go. I can see Bob Marley. I did not recognize who that dude is. And there's a giant glare on my bowl, so you may not...
Play I some music.
That will get copyright infringement. We'll get infringed upon.
I just said play I some music. That's all I said.
Oh, I would play you some... No, it would be I would play I that is you some music, but... Oh, shit.
Another ew.
Ew, smell a cat. Oh, smell a cat, smell a cat. God damn it, Buds and Hazard. Wash that pussy.
Wash that cat.
So, do we have any more items to cover?
Buster and Heidi just got a bath this week.
Ooh, smell goods. They get bows.
Now I can take them in and get their nails trimmed.
Oh, okay. No more clickety-click?
Mm-mm.
What have we covered today?
Gotta take care of that.
Let's do a rundown of what we covered today.
Mm-hmm.
What did we talk about?
Well, we talked about Tatyana Jefferson and her losing her life in Fort Worth for no fucking reason at all.
Okay.
And we covered the unbelievable amount of fucking weapons we have in this country and the small amount of people who own them. And then the weed of the week, of course, is Lavender Jones.
Good strain.
And oh, you know what I didn't cover?
What didn't you cover?
I didn't cover the fact that Mick Mulvaney blew Trump's shit in the street.
Okay, he said that to me earlier, and I was like, Mick Mulvaney is who, and why is he blowing Trump under what desk? And I didn't understand what he was talking about.
No,
So
no,
I'm
no,
going to
no,
let
no.
him explain this one,
No,
okay,
no,
y'all?
it's no. Mick Mulvaney, the White House chief of staff, gave a press conference, and you know, there's been all this no quid pro quo, no quid pro quo over this whole Ukraine thing, you know, and so Mick Mulvaney gave this press conference, and they asked him, well, you know, was there any quid pro quo? And he said, yeah, we do it all the time. Fucking get over it. So,
Okay.
so they're like doing all this, you know, tap dancing backwards now, trying to get out of this fucking thing. And Nancy Pelosi come out and said, well, it sounds like a confession to me.
Now, the whole quid pro quo concept within politics and law is basically illegal. It's a runaround concept that it was tried to be outlawed for a long time, and they just admitted, yeah, we do it all the time, just get over it.
Yep.
What?
That's what they said. Well, that's what he said.
It
Yeah.
happens all the time, just get over it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's the normal. Like, it's the normal to completely ignore and circumvent the Constitution of the United States like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Like, what?
Yeah, that's what he said.
And, who pointed this one out? Nancy Pelosi?
No. Well, no. Mick Mulvaney is the one who said it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the White House chief of staff.
So he's just as much of a dumbass as Trump is. Talking about, yeah, we're breaking the system. Fuck it. Go to hell. Who cares? Get over it.
Yeah, that's what he said. Get over it. Yeah, we're doing it. Get over it.
Trump is so not going to
Yeah.
have a second term. There's no fucking way Trump's going to have a second term.
I don't see where he could finish this one after
Oh
that.
my God.
You know,
That's just fucking idiotic.
it's kind of hard to work around this one.
Oh.
I think he kind of fucked up.
Yeah, right?
This guy kind of fucked it for him. So. So yeah, that's what I meant by bluish shit in the street.
I've been back here pipe dreaming up clouds of thought towards manifesting a tangible form of Big Rock Candy Mountain. Oh, it reconnected successful. Oh, we're reconnected again.
Hey, we're reconnected. So, but we're having trouble. So I'm just gonna end the show with the usual sign off. There's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. See you, folks. Bye.